Welcome to Japan, home of the Dog Cafe. If you want to see some fine Kawaii to the max canines, you've come to the right place. So I was cruising and perusing around downtown Tokyo, came across a Dog Cafe, and decided to give it a go. Now the concept of this place is simple, real simple. Pay a little money to spend time with dogs. I'm sorry, did I just say dogs? Because I think I meant to say dogs. This cafe has a wide variety of dogs. They're looking pretty nice, and personally, I'm getting pretty excited to check them out. So the moment I busted into that cafe, there was a frenzy of commotion, and those dogs were going haywire. It seems to me that each time I sat down, I had a whole mess of dogs jockeying for space on my lap. What I mean to say is these dogs don't even know me, yet they've already accepted me. I mean, if that ain't heartwarming, I don't know what is. Anyway, those canines were settling down, so that dog maestro started getting a whole mess of dog toys and bones on deck. He started whipping those dogs up into a buckwild chow frenzy. Seemed like a pretty good idea to me, so I joined in on that action. No fine canines are gonna get bored under my watch, that's for damn sure. And wow, just wow. Pretty nice chow frenzy right there. Decent chow frenzy. These dogs are chewing up a storm, they're loving life, and personally, I think I like their style. I mean, check out this dog, for example. He looks like a mad mammal on a mission, and you can see the fire in his eyes. In other words, someone better call an exorcist because this dog is chowing down like a wild canine possessed. Now to contrast, this golden retriever is taking a more conservative approach to its chow fiesta. And to contrast yet again, this dog is going hog wild in anticipation of a bone. What I mean to say is these canines are like a rainbow of personalities. In other words, nice fucking dog cafe right there. Now here we got a dog with an interesting personality. He keeps looking at me the second I stop petting him. Call me crazy, but I think that dog feels entitled. He thinks he deserves non-stop back rub action for no good reason. I mean, hey, I like petting dogs just as much as the next guy, but I can't do it forever, buddy. Anyway, about this time I started testing out my GoPro on a tripod. Only problem was it kept getting bum rushed by inquisitive as fuck dogs. I mean, hey, can't a guy make a video over here? These dogs are investigating my GoPro with a wild enthusiasm the likes of which are rarely seen. They seem to be pretty excited by my GoPro, borderline aroused. These dogs are getting a tad too frisky around my GoPro. I was getting the feeling they might start marking their territory over here. Anyway, my time at that dog cafe was rapidly coming to a close. I started to prepare to leave, but I felt an emptiness inside. I felt something missing in my life. I mean, don't get me wrong, coming to this cafe did improve my life in unidentifiable ways. But I couldn't help but feel sad being so close to these dogs and then suddenly having to leave. If only there was some way to get closer to these dogs, some way to deepen the connection. Well, truth be told, there is a way to do just that. A little thing I like to call a dog rental. Oh, you heard me correctly, baby. This place rents out dogs. Suffice to say, after I found out that fact, renting a dog became a pretty big priority in my life. A real big priority. So I waited until it was a nice sunny day so I could rent me a dog and go for a stroll in the park. Lucky for me, they had that sweet-ass golden retriever on hand. Her name is Rika, she's friendly to the max, spunky as hell, and kawaii as fuck. I mean, it's kinda hard for me to get over the fact that I just rented this dog. Holy shit. This dog seems pretty happy about being liberated from that cafe. I mean, look at that dog just sitting there. Don't you just want to pet that dog? Anyway, it was getting pretty hot in that park, so I figured Rika needed to slurp down some water. Just seeing that poor dog panting like a wild canine in the heat got me feeling all concerned. So I started checking out that dog rental kit they gave me. What do we got over here? First we got a shit bin in case your dog feels the call of nature. You can scoop up that shit and jam it deep inside that bin. Next up we got a bottle of H2O popping off. I guess that puppy's rigged with some kind of device on top so that dog can lap the water out. What else we got in here? We got some random cloth action. And last but not least, they have some kind of Budweiser themed tarp that you can sit on. And wow, just wow, nice fucking sexualized tarp right there. That tarp has all kinds of scantily clad honeys, all different kinds. Anyway, poor Rika was melting over there, so I poured her out some water and she started lapping it up at a feverish and, dare I say, buck-wild pace. So now that Rika was sated, it was about time for me to start heading back because I was running short on time. All in all, I gotta say the whole dog cafe and dog rental experience was quite nice. Rika and the other dogs improved my life and touched my heart. Those dogs were swell as a bell and they inspired me in indescribable ways. In other words, nice fucking dogs right there. Anyway, if you happen to be the proud owner of a buck-wild dog, feel fucking free to tweet me a pic. Hashtag that tweet with my buck-wild dog and I'll tweet you back. And as always, thanks for watching this video. Why don't you leave a comment? Let me know what you think.